My motto is expansion, always in all ways.
New York City is the most exciting city for real estate, and that's why I'm here.
I'm the closer and the listing machine. What makes me better is that I work harder than anyone else.
I will break your teeth.
Reach high.
Can you take this guy out of here?
Are you serious?
You're not trying to help me.
What?
You want to control me.
3, 2, 1.
This is the Mac Media Show.
Welcome to the Mac Media Show. My name is Mac.
And I'm Ree.
And this is the Me and Ree Review Show. We are the two that review for you. Welcome back to Season 4
of New York.
$1 Million Listing New York.
That's like coming home, isn't it? Coming home, that's where it all started.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what. I really enjoyed tonight's episode.
It was good. It was good.
What did you think? I'll let you go first.
Well, it was fun to see the guys again. You know, Ryan, Frederick, and Luis. It was really fun to see them, see what they've been doing. It's a little low key to me. A little low key.
Did you
for
think?
The first season?
Well, I noticed sometimes in the mid season they keep them separated, but in the season premiere and the season finales, they always bring all three of the brokers together.
Yeah.
And so they did that tonight, and I always like those episodes more. So it was better than a normal episode.
That's
but
true.
I kind of feel the same way you do. There was no juice poured on anybody. There was no one jumping into a swimming pool.
That's right.
I guess in terms of that, it's a little mediocre.
Well, it's kind of odd where we thought Luis and I think it was the end of last season, Luis and Ryan were going to be getting together to do deals and that kind of thing.
Something to me doesn't add up with that.
And it was odd because he started off saying, that they showed Ryan going to see Frederick. And, he said, I've called Luis and, he won't return my phone calls. So, and then it was just briefly said in the show by Luis that he didn't trust Ryan.
Is that right?
That's what he said.
Oh.
He said he didn't trust him. He said, I thought I could, but I can't.
Huh.
Now, I don't know what that meant really, but.
Interesting. You know what I think is none of them like splitting commissions.
I think that's it too.
And so when it comes down to it, they would rather work by themselves.
I think so. Except in this episode, Frederick and Ryan got together and said they wanted to do some deals.
I wish they had explained that a little bit more. I didn't understand why Luis wasn't calling Ryan back because I was really excited in the season finale of last season, season 3. Mm-hmm. They were working together well. And I like that. I like seeing them together in more episodes rather than having them split. So I wish they would have explained that a little bit better. I think Luis looked bad tonight, which is odd because normally he's the one that everybody loves. And I thought that was a little different tonight.
Yeah, it was a little, it was more slanted. It made him look a little more cocky.
Yeah.
Like he was trying to go off on his own, although he is trying to do his own thing, I think, and make his own way. I think that he's very proud of that.
Yeah.
And I understand that, too.
Well, in the off season, Luis bought a Maserati.
Yeah.
Good move, bad move? Do you care?
I thought it was kind of nice. I mean, it depends on what you want to do with your money, and it depends on how much you have. And, I mean, you don't want to buy a Maserati and you can't afford your rent.
Do you think that's what Ryan and Frederick were suggesting tonight?
Oh, I think they were just pulling his leg.
Do you think they were hating on the new guy?
Just to taunt him a little bit. Yeah, of course they drive big old cars too, so it doesn't matter. You know?
All right.
No, I don't think that had anything to do with it.
Well, we saw Frederick's driver, Alberto.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I love that guy.
Yeah.
He's the man.
Doesn't say much.
He's a man.
Yeah.
Frederick was doing $215 Sullivan tonight. We have the price on that. It was $17,250,000. $250,000.
Yeah.
A lot of money. A lot of commission.
Yeah.
One building he had sold out. The other, how many?
24 out of 25.
Wow.
Yeah.
No wonder he's going to
this one.
Resorts every weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, in the Hamptons.
Frederick is getting it.
Oh, yeah, he's doing
So he's
well.
got one more apartment. It was, I'm looking back at my screenshots, Daniel and Raymond.
Yes.
It was a 6-bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, one thing I noted that I really liked in this episode. It was the model they create for the property. The plastic model replicas. You know what I mean? To scale. I took a screenshot of that. Those are really cool.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think about? You have no thoughts?
I'm not sure. Are you talking about the one that was on the table?
Yeah, you know how he shows them in their renders of what.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I did like that.
I
That
think
is
those are
nice.
really cool, and he always does those. I haven't seen Ryan or Luis do one yet,
Oh, that's true.
but he always does them so that people
Yeah,
can
he
see a
does.
final version of what it's going to look like.
Oh, yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I thought it was a great idea. Anyways, I noted that.
Oh, yeah, I think
The
that is
place
good.
was 7,436 square feet. Had the private gardens. Nice place. $17 million. And then what happened to Luis?
Oh, Luis went to Tribeca, remember?
Okay.
He met with a fella there, I think. I don't know,
Angel.
I don't know how you
Angel?
pronounce it.
Angel?
Yeah, something like that. And, it was a little disappointing in the apartment because it was outdated.
Yeah.
And I asked him to leave and,
Yeah.
move out so he could sell it to get all the stuff out. And
Do we know the listing price?
it was around 5.1, I believe. He said he
Okay.
had bought it for $2,450 back in 04.
Okay.
And said he wanted 5.1 for it. I think that's the price they agreed on.
What I've noticed is Luis is getting deals that are less valuable than Ryan and Frederick. Do you notice that? He's always on the lower end. He's getting older properties. He's not much into new development.
That's true. You're right about that. I didn't think about that.
He's making less renovations.
Yeah,
So he's still the little guy.
yeah.
But do you think he is moving into new territories?
See, I don't understand why he doesn't want to maybe partner with one of them or try to work with them just to get himself into the new construction.
If
get
you
himself
had to
into-
guess why he wouldn't.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking it's pride. I'm thinking it's
think?
wanting to do what he wants to do and not be told what to do, I think that's what it is. But I think you could put your pride in your pocket for a little while, see if you could get kind of get to know the developers so that possibly you could have a chance at it just like,
Yeah.
They did.
A networking opportunity?
Right. And maybe he doesn't want to go that direction. Maybe he doesn't like new construction. Maybe he wants to stay with,
I think it's pride. I think he's letting it get in his way.
a little bit.
I think he's running on the story of I'm my own man. I'm making my
Yeah.
own way, self-made.
Yeah, but no man's an island.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that
Any
was
situation.
nice.
Well, we're not. We
Well
have to,
done.
We have.
Write that one down.
I think somebody already did.
Oh, okay.
But it's no
Wow.
man is an island. You need other people, at times. You may not all the time, but you do need people at times.
Back
so
that up and record
he
that.
may have to put his pride in his pocket, like I said, and if he wants to move ahead, depends on what direction he's really wanting to do.
All right. Moving on.
Okay.
Ryan and Amelia.
Yeah, they're cute, aren't they? They're cute.
I like Amelia.
I do too. She's really.
Something
I think she's
about
good
her.
for him. I think she's good for him. She's low key. She acts normal.
Yeah.
She just acts normal.
They've moved in together.
Yeah, I
Your
didn't know
thoughts?
she was a lawyer. I didn't realize she
Is
was a
she?
lawyer.
Oh, I remember.
I didn't realize that. Yeah, I think they're.
You like her.
I do.
You
I do.
you okay with the marriage?
Yeah, I think she's very good for him.
Oh, good.
I think they balance each other out. I think he lives with his head in the clouds a lot of times, and she's in reality, and she can kind of pull him down. I think he trusts her.
Wow.
And you remember when he went through his background in the previous
Yeah, it was
seasons?
terrible,
Yeah,
huh?
that he was very volatile. Things had not worked as well
Right.
growing up, and I think he had a little problem with that. And I think he totally trusts her, and I think they're cute together. I really do.
Well, she got him connected.
Yeah, she did.
With-
she sure did with Yvonne.
Yvonne. Mm-hmm. And
Which is a great connection.
how many units? He was selling four of
4, I believe.
4
And-
units, and
yeah.
there were 6 total. 2 had already been sold.
Yeah.
The third floor was $3,250,000. Mm-hmm. It had all the new technology. Mm-hmm. It had the virtual doorman. It had this motion security, something that was new to the neighborhood. And the total price of the 4 units was $13 million. Is that right?
That's right. That's
Okay.
right, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Commission on that would have been $390,000.
Right. It's a nice
And,
commission.
I think it's a great commission. Mm-hmm. And thank you to Amelia.
Yeah, I tell you, she really.
I thought that was interesting, because it's like the real business world, and I'm glad it's not scripted.
That's true.
Because that's how networking works.
Yeah,
And, what were they, playing tennis?
playing tennis is what she said.
That's great.
Oh yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
How perfect.
It worked out good for him. It worked out good for him because he he worked hard on it, with the open house and stuff, and
Yeah.
he saw the difficulties with the what was it, the second and fourth floor? What was no, the fourth floor sold. Was it second and third? First and third. That was the first floor was the one with the basement underground nobody wanted.
Okay.
And he did good. He pushed and pushed and pushed and got it through.
Yeah, he got creative.
He did.
And I thought that was a good strategy that
Yeah.
he took.
I did too. That was really good.
Took a little convincing.
He did, and he got the plans drawn up. He showed them to her. It was very credible.
I think he did a great job.
And ended up selling it for what? I can't remember. 1,750. What did they sell
I don't
it
know.
for?
I'm
I
not there
can't
in my.
remember.
I'm
Let's
not there
see.
in my notes yet. Let's see. 5,750 was the final sale
Oh, that's
price.
right. Yeah, and she was
He
asking
combined the
6,
two bottom
310.
units.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he made a commission. Let's see, of 172,000.
So she took that, but she said the buyers were going to have to pay for the
buyers would have to pay for
upgrades
it. Yeah,
or
and the
whatever.
renovations I think were about $250,000 on
Okay.
top of
That's right.
5.7.
That's right. Okay.
So
well, he ended up selling them all
sold them all.
and ended up getting 7 more units?
He did. Yep.
7 more units.
We'll probably see those in later episodes. Yeah, she gave him 7 more properties or units, and he ended up coming out of that deal with $367,500.
Yeah.
So that's a new suit
That was great.
and a couple
Oh,
cars.
Gosh, that was great.
Something I really enjoyed that he did. He met with an architect, and I forget the guy's name, but he's a well-known architect in New York. And the guy believes it in his soul.
Oh yeah, what was his name?
I love that guy.
I can't remember what his
Whoever
name
he
was.
was.
Yeah.
Cool
yeah.
style.
Yeah.
And
it
that just
was.
goes to show you're your own person. I think that was a cool thing. Guy's a total hippie, and
Yeah, he seemed like it. Didn't
well,
he?
he seemed like it. And I don't mean that in an insulting way, but
No, but he seemed like he knew what he was talking about.
I thought it was great. I thought it was so cool. Love
Yeah.
people like that, so I noted that.
Yeah.
One thing I also really enjoyed, and I want to hear your thoughts on this, is the Luis moving situation. He got stuck in the middle of this guy wanting to move. He had to find a place for him to live, and he couldn't. Right? And then the guy decides, well, we're not going to sell. Right in the middle of moving.
Yeah.
And Luis has to figure out a solution. What did you think about Luis's decision to find a place for them to stay, not lose the sale, and compromise, try and work that situation out? Did he do a good job? Could he have done better?
I think he did a great job.
Okay.
He used every opportunity he had, calling those people that rented apartments. And, of course, he said the time of year is bad for trying to rent an apartment in New York. And I thought it was really smart that he called that guy, what's the guy who had his apartment listed? Adam? Yeah, Adam, I believe was his name. Anyway, it's empty, but it had furniture in it. And he was going to sell it for him. And I thought it was a smart move. And at first Adam said no, and then he came back and said yes. So that worked out really good for Luis.
Yeah. You know, one thing I thought was interesting is Luis said, I don't like asking for favors.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Well,
I know.
I mean, you don't want to owe people because you always feel like you're spending your time paying people back,
right?
Instead of working for yourself. I'm kind of like him in that respect.
I thought that was a great thing.
Yeah.
He holds his cards so close.
Yeah, he does.
He takes pride in everything. He wants to know that he did it without help.
He does.
And, maybe that road's going to be, I think it may be a little bit more difficult for him.
I don't know. We'll see this year how he does.
He's done a great job. Luis is my favorite by far. Yeah. His energy. One thing I wish he'd do is lay off the Red Bull.
I think he probably will after Renita, his assistant said stop it. Because I think that really fires him up. And he doesn't need any. He's got enough energy as it is.
Yeah.
But, he needs to lay off that Red Bull. But
goodness.
Anyway, you remember the part in here with Frederick when he dresses his dogs up?
Oh, yeah. I have a picture I'm going to show of that.
I could not believe
that. was a great picture.
That's hilarious.
Frederick is something
the sweater
else.
And the glasses and, oh, gee whiz.
I wish we could see more of the Hamptons this season. That was cool.
Oh, I love the Hamptons.
Last season, the Hamptons were.
Love them.
It was cool to see.
Nice. So nice. And I'm guessing Frederick and Derek are going to buy a place out there.
They may.
I think one of the last season, I guess it was, he suggested that. They didn't say anything today, or tonight about it, but they probably will end up buying something up there. But then Frederick had that open house at 215 Solomon.
Yeah, Frederick ended up closing on that place for $17,250,000.
Yep.
$17,250,000. And his commission was $690,000.
Good night.
More than $500,000 for one place. Now you think he sold 24 others?
He sure did.
You know.
Sure did.
And
he
this,
can buy a place in the Hamptons.
can buy a few. But these guys, I felt like it was a bit scripted.
What, with the developers?
Yeah.
They were sort of.
They were
They
totally
looked like they were just
trying to take their spot
Yeah,
on TV.
yeah.
Like they thought they were the
Yeah.
coolest.
Yeah, I think so. I think somebody had told them kind of what to do or
man.
how to act or
Totally.
something, because it was too scripted.
Yeah.
It was odd.
I totally felt it.
It was odd.
And I don't normally feel that with $1 Million
Yeah.
Listing. I don't feel it normally. LA, I'll feel it a little bit. Miami seemed pretty real to me.
Yeah, it did.
Which is
It
interesting
did.
because it was in its first season. But I think as this goes on, I think the producers try to create storylines and
I
stuff.
think so, too.
And I wish they wouldn't. I wish we could go back to the days where Zach Bella,
I love
and
him.
Frederick.
Oh, I love him.
I mean, I'm sure they told him to act like that or whatever, but
I
it
don't
seemed.
think so. I think he is really his own person.
Well, we had an interview with James Harris.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
James told us that.
Oh, yeah.
He
He said
said-
he was just like that.
He said Zach was tough.
He sure did.
And I don't know.
They did previews, for next week, and it looks like Zach's going to be back on there.
Yeah.
So I guess he has a relationship with Frederick.
Yeah.
Ongoing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good connection there for him.
Yeah. But I thought that was interesting. He closed. His total commission on that was, let's see, I guess, I don't know what this commission is for. Total commission on, let's see. It says total commission $5,250,000. I don't know if that's for the whole buildings. That must be for all 25.
That's for all of them. It has to be, yeah.
Yeah. Must be. But 6%
Wow.
of 100. Yeah, I guess
Well,
10%.
it was 690 for the one building.
I don't know how many of
Well,
the
that was
20.
for the one building. So if you take that, basically 700,000 times 24.
Mm-hmm.
What would that be? 24, 7. Yeah, that might
Would that be about five
something like that, yeah. That's a lot.
$5,250,000. But anyways, it listed that. So I think let's conclude on the who sold what properties. Luis, they all sold properties. Mm-hmm. Luis I think Luis made the least commission.
Yeah.
Ryan was in second.
Yep.
Frederick was in first.
Yep.
In line with where they are in business, I think that's probably about right.
That is probably right.
I think Ryan's stepping his game up, and I think Luis needs to work on networking a bit. But he's stepping his game up.
He is.
One thing he's doing, if you all know what the Periscope app is, in the Meerkat app, where you're live streaming video, Luis has been live streaming video all week of his life, walking around New York City, going to see properties, driving around in the Maserati, and you can watch it live, you can chat with him, and it's been really cool. It's something that Frederick and Ryan haven't done yet, to my knowledge. But Luis is trying to be the one that is the modern, most connected, most social broker, which he needs to work on if he wants to go up the ladder. But what do I know?
Oh, I think it was great though. It gives you an insight into his everyday life, and
Yeah.
it kind of connects you to him,
Yep.
which is what social media is about.
Hey, well, let's talk about this real quick, and then we'll finish up.
All right.
Watch What Happens Live was after the episode tonight, and let me tell you, I thought that was really good.
With Andy,
I was surprised, yeah.
It was good.
Normally they hold back, whatever, but I'm pretty sure Andy Cohen had been smoking some weed.
Oh, he was a little different, wasn't he? Tonight?
And I know he mentioned that on the show, people calling him out for it. So I'm pretty sure but that's okay. But the thing is, I thought it was really candid. It felt unscripted, which was cool, and they spoke really honestly, I thought, which was great. I mean, I wish the show was more like that. It seems like it used to be.
Yeah.
But we've kind of lost that a bit. But what I thought was interesting? Luis and Ryan really seem like they have some heat
They do.
in real life.
They do.
A little bit.
Kinda odd. Well, you heard him say, the $20,000 that he gave him, so that wasn't even a full referral fee or something. And I thought,
That's
that was
kinda-
kind of an ugly thing
Yeah,
to
I
say.
thought so,
He
too.
did reach his hand out to try
Yeah.
to do. So, And you don't know how much of that is scripted, for them to keep it going.
Maybe.
That kind of thing.
Yeah,
You just
maybe.
don't know. But anyway, I hope they all tend to, it looked like the previews for next week look like they might work together on some stuff.
How about those previews?
Yeah, that's pretty good. It looks
Man.
like there was a lot going on. Looks like Ryan might propose.
Yeah, well, we know he proposed.
And then it looks like Derek and Frederick he's okay in the baby thing, and so I guess they're going to go ahead and try to adopt a baby.
Matter of fact, I read an article tonight that said yes, he has a
Surrogate or
yeah.
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 Wow.
They're expecting.
Wow. So they're gonna have a baby. That's gonna be interesting to watch.
Yeah.
Because I don't know who's going to take care of the baby.
Yeah.
Because Derek, it looks like, is going to get stuck with it because he's going to be home.
He's already said he doesn't want to do that.
I know. So it's going to be interesting to see what turn of events happens with that. I think they'll just hire a full-time nanny.
Well, I'm sure the season finale this year will be Amelia and Ryan getting married.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Not this season?
No, it wouldn't be because Watch What Happens Live, they haven't gotten married yet.
Oh, that's right.
So it would be next season.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
Well, and Luis had a date. He was in the previews. He was dancing with somebody.
Yeah,
he was
good.
on Tinder. He was
Yeah.
on Tinder tonight looking for a girlfriend. So he's looking, to find somebody that he can spend some time with.
I really hope Luis doesn't let it go to his head.
Me too.
I felt like tonight it was going to his head a little bit.
You think so?
I don't know.
I don't think it's that as much as just a defense mechanism. And you know what?
That's interesting.
It has got to make him feel, and I've always heard this, he is so much shorter than those other two guys, and that just tends to make you feel a little less than. The height thing is a big deal. And I think feels like he has to defend himself in a way.
Maybe.
With his words and with it, maybe he will learn to be a little more secure around them where he doesn't feel like he has to be defensive.
You're right. You're on to something there. Yeah.
I don't think it's being cocky. I think he's trying to kind of see how he fits
That's right.
right there.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Good
He's
insight.
learning as he's going.
That was great.
I'm part psychologist.
I can feel it. I
In your soul?
Believe it in my soul.
That's right. That's right. But it was good. It was really good tonight. It was good to see him again. I feel like they're old friends that have come back to see us.
Yeah.
And I've enjoyed watching them over the years. And it's fun to shift gears with the different areas.
Yeah.
L.A. and New York and
Yeah.
Miami.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too. It was a nice little break. Don't watch much TV.
Right.
Let me tell you, Bravo
that's
Network
true.
has become a freak show.
Oh, wow. There's a lot of...
I mean, nothing against the shows
different
on
things
Bravo,
on
but
there.
it's not.
Ooh.
That's a little strange for me.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on
Wow, what has happened with that?
there. Yeah, there's a lot of odd things.
And who watches The Housewives anymore?
I don't know. I'd love to know.
I never watched it. I just
I mean, how much
it's
of
not
that
what
can you
I'm
watch?
supposed to do. But for the people that did watch it, I know they're not watching it anymore. So who else watches
I
it?
wonder what the demographic is on that because how much can you watch women fight with each other? I mean, I just don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Anyway, somebody
replacing
watches it.
them
I
with
guess
new
it's still
people.
on.
Yeah, the last group's in prison now.
Oh gosh.
Teresa.
You ever seen those Little Women?
No.
We got Little Women in New York and
That
Little
caught
Women
me
in
off
L.A.
guard a little bit.
I didn't know there were that many little people around.
Yeah, I saw that on the guide tonight. Little Women, New York.
Wow.
They've migrated from Los Angeles.
Wow.
And
Oh.
no,
wow.
it was a new group because I sneak peeked it. Is that on that?
I don't understand.
No. Little Women's not on Bravo.
No, I don't think it is.
No,
on
it's
there. You're
not.
right. I'm sorry.
You've been watching Little Women?
No. No, I saw a commercial on it, and it seems like all the little people like to drink and party.
Oh,
I've never seen anything like it.
You never heard little people turn up?
No, it was just a whole new world for me. I watched the Rollins. You remember when they were on?
the roll
But they were roll-offs. Yeah, they were really good. I did know them.
The
They
Rollins,
were
yeah,
really
did you?
nice, though. They did, it's like a documentary, and it
Yeah.
kind of... These other ones are like going to the circus.
Oh.
I don't... It's like, I don't want to see little women in little tight dresses on bars dancing. I don't want to see that.
Okay.
No.
All right. Well, you know what you ought to do?
Switch the channel.
You know what?
I don't watch it.
Take this sheet of paper right here. Start a letter.
Oh, but I don't care enough
Send
to
them
do
your
it.
concerns.
I don't care. I'm just. I tell you, when you see a rug doctor commercial that acts like it's sexually doing something to you, you just kind of give up. It's like, good night.
I hope somebody listening hadn't seen that rug doctor commercial.
Gosh,
That's
it's
funny.
like, who are these people that are the marketers for these things?
That's something I would do.
Oh gosh, I think that's just.
I thought it was
disgusting.
genius.
Oh, it's disgusting.
All right. Well, that's it for the season premiere of $1 Million Listing New York. Were you happy?
That's great.
All right.
Great.
Rate
It's good
it.
to be back too.
Rate it out of 10.
And
be careful.
I would say
'cause you've got some better
this is me.
episodes.
I would say 7.
Ooh, low.
I tell you,
I
there
was
just
thinking
wasn't a
at
whole
least
lot.
a 7.5.
Well, there just wasn't a lot going on though. I mean, they're saving
Wow.
it like you said. I think a 7 is good.
I agree.
I think 7 is a good solid.
I think 7.5
Everybody
is what
was
I'm
normal.
going with.
Okay, well, you're not far off from me. So we kind of agree,
Okay.
but it was good.
It was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
It's nice to see them back.
it was.
You know, I told you before when we were watching Miami, I was looking forward to seeing New York again, and it had just gone off. Mm-hmm. Well, now I'm feeling that way about L.A. I wish I could go see L.A. now. You know, I don't get it. I don't know why I can't just be happy in the moment.
I wish they alternated them.
That's
That would
a
be
good
nice,
idea.
wouldn't it?
That's a good idea.
We need to contact that associate producer from last year
And you know what?
and ask
Oh,
him
yeah,
and
yeah.
say, why can't we do that?
Aaron?
Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron.
Douglas Edelman. He owns them all. Elliman. What is it?
Elliman, yeah.
He owns them all.
Okay.
So we could just contact him.
All right.
And ask him if we could just watch New York one week. Next week we watch L.A.
And
Next week we watch Miami.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you, I was sick of Miami when the season ended.
Yeah.
Totally sick of it.
Yeah.
But now I kind of want to see it again.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Samantha
miss
DiBianchi.
some of and who's the guy that's likes to take baths, work in the bathtub?
Oh.
What was his name? Chris?
Chris, yeah.
Is he? Yeah.
Chris. I saw him on something.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I can't remember what it was, though.
Huh. I haven't seen any of them since then.
I saw a guy online, what's his name? Chad.
Oh, yeah.
Are they both Chad? Chad Rogers and Chad?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure
They
are.
were. But Chad Rogers is no more.
He's my favorite of all time. I got to know that guy on Twitter. We talk back and forth.
Yeah.
And Instagram. And Chad is the man.
Is he still selling real estate?
He's selling real estate like wildfire.
Are you kidding?
He's one of the hottest guys in Los Angeles.
Wow.
And we chat. He's a cool guy. He works out.
Yeah, he changed the way he looks completely.
We tweeted about working out.
Wow. Well, he
And,
really does. He's changed his whole body.
He is a really cool guy. I guess he's a cool guy. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still have his little dog?
He's got his little dog. He's got the little dog. He's got it.
No, he's a big old guy with a little dog.
He's a cute little dog.
He was
She,
cute.
Stella.
Yeah, that's right. That's
She.
right. Well, maybe he'll come back. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Look up his Instagram, everyone. I'm going to tell you, Chad Rogers TV, I think is his Instagram. He's got some wild pictures on there. He is blowing it out of the water.
Wow. So he's still selling.
Oh, yeah.
Making lots of money.
Like crazy.
Great.
Yeah. All right. Any other concerns?
No, nothing. I'm just glad to be back.
Do you feel better?
I do.
Do you feel excited?
I do. I'm excited about this season. I can't wait to see what's going to happen.
Okay, well, it's been so long I forgot our outro, so.
We just hope that you tune in every week.
Oh, you're so cheesy.
I'm sorry.
But that's okay.
I'm sorry.
You're
But we do hope they turn in every week. It's tune in every week because it's fun to and once again, Mac, maybe we'll be able to do some live shows.
Yeah.
You know, we
Why-
tried to do that last season and it
Don't mention
had
it.
so many distractions.
Don't
we
mention
couldn't
it
get to
because
but-
people get excited.
Well, hopefully we might do that this season.
Yeah,
Maybe we
it's
can make it.
possible.
Maybe we can make it.
We've
but-
talked about it.
Yeah. So
Even as early as next week.
that's okay. That sounds great
Just
to me.
depends. You know, things change like crazy.
Life gets in the way sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah. We got a lot of people listen in the car. And,
Yeah.
So it's okay, uploading an hour after the show and not doing it live.
Yeah.
And
But it'd be fun to be live and
well, we
have
want to
people
have some
comment.
callers. Yeah. That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
it'd be fun.
That'd be good.
Yeah. But I'm glad to be back, and we're glad to have the listeners back, and it's going to be interesting this season to see what happens.
Yeah, it was a good off season. Hopefully, season finale this year, we'll be talking with Luis, Ryan, or Frederick. But it's so hard now because they all go to these shows they're contracted with. They're obligated to go to see Andy Cohen and all. James Harris and they were not. So.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But anyways, good episode. I'm trying to think anything else I want to share. Follow us on Twitter at the Mac Media Show. Visit themacmediashow.com. You'll see these episodes there chronologically every week, and you can watch there for a little better experience than on YouTube. And
if they have any comments,
yeah, let us know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Next week or the week after, if we're live, you call in to the phone numbers on the screen.
Yeah.
1-740-5000-MAC, and give us a call.
It's interesting to get your opinions too. They may have a different take on some things. So
Yep.
It's interesting to hear that too.
Yep, and you can even call after hours and leave a message, and it'll be answered on the next week of the Me and Ree Review Show.
All right, great.
All right, well, we'll see you again next week for a great episode of New York. I hope you enjoyed the new layout of the show tonight, some cool pictures that we took, and until next time, this has been Mac.
And Ree.
And have a great week.
Bye-bye.
3, 2, 1.
This is the Mac Media Show.